Come down here, microphone. We need to talk. Been very impressed about your work over the course of the semester. I don't remember how the rest of that goes. That means you have to work twice as hard as these little white shits. And you're damned well going to work twice as hard. Something like that. So, I don't even remember the name of that movie. It's a James Earl Jones thing. Mr. Wazansky. That coffee was hot. Woo. Morning, everybody. It's a great day for Minecraft. You know it. I know it. Just wish it would stop going over onto that monitor. There's a thing. I was looking in the video settings to see if there's a way I could tell it, use monitor 2, right? There's not, but there's a new mode thing where I can have simple, fancy, vibrant visuals or ray traced graphics, ladies and gentlemen. And vibrant and ray traced are not available. This says vibrant visuals requires a supported device and compatible marketplace content. I don't know which one I got, so.
I see we have daters. Yes, we have a few daters over there. Young ladies that are out, and they're going to be out.
Doing a little research, and it may be our texture pack doesn't support the visual thing. That's how it goes. Sorry, Blockhead. That's how it goes. So it goes, as the Trafalmadorians say. Apparently in the new fancy mode, there's sulfur caves now, and there's a sulfur thing, and you feed it blocks, and it turns into things. It was in changelog, but that's in a game mode we're not using, so. We may never know. All right. It's nighttime. Let's go to bed. Start the day off on the right foot by starting the day off on the right side of the bed. Zombie in a hat. So, I guess I'll do this first so I don't forget. I guess since zombies and skeletons are immune to the sun when they're wearing hats, I guess what it really is it's not, you know, it can be any part of a zombie or a skeleton can be in the sunlight except for the top of their head. You have a zombie with a yarmulke, you'd be fine. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I don't pretend to know. Good. Good. All of it? That's all of it. Okay. I thought I saw a missing glass block there. I did not see a missing glass block there. I was imagining things. Oh, hey, happy Mother's Day. You know, if you's a mom. I hope your kids aren't terrible people. They might be. I don't know. But I hope they're not. All right. I don't have much in terms of equipment on hand here. Say one more? Two more? Is this the last one? I don't remember. But I think we need some more granite, right? I think. I think, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite things about coming out and starting a new session of Minecraft is that we get the music again. And some of the music's pretty good. It really just, it vibes right, you know. We don't often do vibe checks on this channel. You're very aware of that. Because it would always be bad. Yeah. How's the vibes? Oh, it's great. I woke up and it was all downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? But every so often, you know, you get it right. You get it right. And then you feel pretty good about yourself. we're not going to take it all the way down till, you know, the bottom of the gravel. Excuse me. We'll just go down, you know, probably this deep is all we'll go. We'll just go down this deep. Just because. We'll fill this in with something else. Dirt for sure. We're gonna need a lot of dirt. This is just a little bit of work, and I ain't never been afraid of no hard work. I'm cautious about hard work. I'm gonna put my headphones on. That music was a little much through the speakers. I could see the mic starting to pick it up, so don't want that. We shall never want for gravel again, folks. Never. Yoink, yoink, and yoink. Yeah. Get out of here. You're gonna be in my way. This is just a little quicker. And we made enough shovels, it'll be fine. When they get to be 3 high, though. Like right there. There's some dirt. The worst of it. That was a waste of a shovel hit. Oh, I did that. But I did that. No going back now. I was anticipating this was going to be just like gravel all the way. I didn't think there was going to be anything under it. So this is actually okay. This is okay. Even leave a lot of this dirt. That's okay too. Is that it for over here? I think that's it for over here. Sucks to be you, pal. Normally, as we go along in our Sunday morning Minecraft sessions here, we might have something to talk about, you know. This happened at work today. This is what's going on in the news. And I got nothing. Nothing this week. That's okay. Oh, there's a hole there. Okay. No, work's just been work. It's Memorial Day approaches fast. It's the big day for us. I'll be glad when it's over. I don't hate it, right? My boss really kind of dreads it. But he's also kind of a high-tension guy. You know, needs to learn to relax. That's what he needs to do. Not stress about stuff so much. That ain't him. filled our inventory, I think. We're not picking up any more gravel. That's okay. That's just fine. As soon as we break another shovel, we'll start picking more up. I hear a zombie. Do you hear a zombie? Or is the zombie drowned out by the music? Awful lot over here. There we go. We found the end. This is not what we're doing all stream, just so you know. Spend about another 10 minutes, and we'll go do something else. I'm just trying to steal my gravel. Good, you can have it. I don't care, zombie. Okay. Take some of this dirt. Use it for our other project. So menacing, that guy, wasn't he? The way he was just like lowly. Like what was that? Godspell? Slowly I turned, step by step. Dirt. Didn't mean to get dirt, but we got dirt. It's alright. We'll use it basically immediately. Oops. Gravel! Gravel. Granite. I'm so excited. Too bad it's staying right there. Just a couple more minutes. I'm watching the time. It will be a dramatic change. Oh, Zelda. Speaking of Zelda Island, I cannot remember his name now. The guy who directed Link to the Past and created Link's Awakening, he died the other day. Two of my favorite Zelda games. They don't make them like that anymore, folks. I mean, they do. They remake them like that. But that's not the same thing. Really have anything other to add to that. Just that he passed away, and I really enjoyed both of those games. I think they're of the classic Zeldas. I think they may be my two favorite. I'll always like Zelda 1. Zelda 2's got a special place in my heart, because I think Zelda 2 is unfairly maligned. Zelda 2 just had some problems, man. That's how it goes sometimes. I was watching Scarlet stream the other day, and he was streaming Ocarina of Time, and his kid is getting into Zelda, so he was playing it to kind of refresh himself, I think is what he said. That's on my to-do list. I don't remember if we talked about this during a Sunday morning stream or something else, but with Dragon Quest XI being done, that wraps up the Final Fantasy Dragon Quest thing I've been doing for years. So, excuse me. It's opened up more avenues for other things, and I would like to do more Zelda games. And, you know, we've done all those Final Fantasies and Dragon Quests and all the Mega Mans, and all the good Mega Mans anyway. Not even all the good ones. Some of those are pretty bad. X6 and X7 were not very good. X4 was not very good. 8 was not very good. Point being, ladies and gentlemen. Point being. There are other game series we have dipped our toes into. And, I want to do more of them, and Zelda is one of those. So in the future, kind of here and there, there'll be some more Zelda games pop up every once in a while. We've already been doing some more of the Castlevania games, so that'll be a thing. Oh, there's our time. So there'll be more Castlevanias, more Zeldas, more Metroids. Like I said, that's going to be a future thing. There aren't really any other long RPGs I want to do for a little while. I'm talked about now. I'm recording Batten Kaitos, so that's kind of a long one, but I got one or two, excuse me, that are just kind of sitting there waiting to be done, and you know, we'll get to them when we get to them. I have no plans to do any of the other Dragon Quests or Final Fantasies. I can do any of the remakes. Because let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Some of those Dragon Quest games, not really very good. And there's an argument that, you know, well, they've made all these quality of life improvements. Yeah, but if the quality of life improvements are for a life that still isn't very good to begin with, you know what I mean? I'm not going to get excited because battles in Dragon Quest VII are faster now. The story and the whole gameplay part of Dragon Quest VII is bad. That really is the worst Dragon Quest game I think I ever played, was 7. Maybe we'll take that with us. I don't know. I don't think I'll need that many axes. Yeah, you're good. Excuse me. Let's go back out to find some granite. I don't know. I don't know when, excuse me, a lot of these are going to come out. I can tell you kind of for the next little while, we did Harmony of Dissonance. That's live on YouTube right now, part of it. And then Circle of the Moon will be later. And then that takes care of all the GBA Castlevania games. So we've done all of the NES ones, all the GBA ones, all the DS ones. We've done Super Castlevania 4, but we haven't done Dracula X. There's a lot of Game Boy ones. I think it's Legends, Adventure, Belmont's Revenge. Just 2 or 3 like original Game Boy ones. We'll do those. Symphony of the Night, as much as I don't really care for it, we'll do. But when we do Symphony of the Night, I looked this up once. Excuse me. And I want to find the PSP version and do that one, because I am told, from what I have researched, that is like the most authentic to the real experience. Yeah, because there's translation stuff between the Japanese and the US version on the PlayStation and stuff like that. Things were cut that were put back in the PSP version. And I think for the PSP version, it's an unlockable as you play through. I think it's essentially what becomes Rondo of Blood. I think. Just grab it up there. Let's go get that. So, I've played it a little tiny bit, but not a ton. So, when we get around to doing it, that's the one we're going to do. And I think that will work out just fine. I hear you, Skeleton. Ooh, gravel. So excited about the gravel. We need more gravel. We don't have enough gravel. Gravel is currency in this world, like bottle caps in Fallout. Except for Fallout 2 when it was money. There'd be some. I'd like to play some Fallout games. I've never played 2. I played very, very, very little of 1. Played a bunch of 3. Played a bunch of New Vegas. Played a little tiny bit of 4. 4 to me feels very 3. You know, in terms of the kind of the writing, I guess is the way to say it. You have a good choice or a bad choice. New Vegas did that so much better. So, story goes, right, Bethesda ended up picking up the Fallout IP forever ago. And they made Fallout 3, and it was huge. It was a big hit. You know, I think it was, you know, the first-person thing and all of that. Voiced dialogue and the changes made from the first 2, which were more tactical RPG kind of games. But the writing wasn't particularly strong, right? Not like the first 2 games. Not like the first game, really, because I've heard the second game has got some issues. Point being, what I'm trying to make here, what I'm trying to say. When Bethesda took over the IP, they kind of got rid of everybody who worked on the original. And that's why the writing got so bad. Got worse, I should say. Probably not bad, but worse. So they brought... Fallout 1 was such a big hit that they really rushed Fallout 2, and then Fallout 2, I mentioned, had some problems. Fallout 3 came out, big hit, so they made New Vegas, but same kind of situation happened, that because the first one was so popular, they really rushed the second one out, and they had just a ridiculous time frame to get New Vegas finished and released. And you know, the uppity ups at Bethesda, who had hired Obsidian to make the game, Obsidian's the people who made Fallout 1, were just like, what the hell did you guys do? This is terrible. Where's this? Where's this? What about this? What happened to this? What happened to that? Why is there this? And, you know, they've got an IP that they don't really care about. That's what it sounds like to me. Because of the way they treat it, you know. I think New Vegas is better than 3. I think New Vegas, from what I've played so far, is better than 4. I think 4's got some interesting stuff. I don't really care for the settlement thing. I do kind of like the way the companion thing works. I like that there's more of them and you kind of organically find them and they decide to hang out with you. But I don't really care for the combat as much. It seems weird. There's a bunch of granite right there. I don't know too much about the story because I haven't got that far into it yet, but I don't know. New Vegas just seems better to me. Not to say New Vegas doesn't have its shortcomings, but you've got a fancy bow. I wanted it, but he wouldn't let me have it. There's a ton of granite here. Like, literally. Someone else is shooting at me. I heard it. Time to get an itchy nose. Well, I must have been doing something right, as the Belle and Sebastian song goes. Oh, God. Just wasted a torch, creeper. You are so eager to shoot me. He was almost sprinting out to get me. Now, can I have a couple moments to myself, please? Thank you. Let's see. I had some other series stuff to mention. What was it? Oh, Adventure Island. There are 2 Super Nintendo Adventure Island games. I'd like to do both of those. One of them plays, you know, like Adventure Island, just super. The other one is more of a adventure RPG kind of thing, kind of like Adventure Island 4 was, but it's hard to explain. I suppose we'll put those on the list at some point. I've played a couple Pokemon games. I don't love them, but if somebody said you should do Pokemon Chartreuse, I would say I think you made that up. But I would look at it. Our good buddy Phil started playing Fire Red. Phil has played like 9 Pokemon games, and he has never figured out types. He's never really figured out, you know, the hierarchy of moves. He's never figured out, you know, this Pokemon has special attack is really good and regular is really bad, so you know, he's just like, Mega Punch. My Kadabra can use that, you know. And I don't, you guys know me, I don't really, the Pokemon thing is not my thing, because I think it's just elevated rock, paper, scissors. It's like Final Fantasy X, but better somehow. Final Fantasy X was terrible. So I thought, well, maybe I'm just remembering Fire Red wrong, because I'm sure I'd played it, you know, emulated forever ago, or at least just read, and yeah, not having nearly the struggles that he has had. And I wouldn't really say that I'm better at it, because I don't think it's hard to be good at Pokemon, because it is so, you know, excuse me, it is so just simple. I know it gets more complex as you go into the later generations, but it's fairly simple, right? Like, you find the one that does the most, and then you just stick with them. And you can, you know, obviously you mix and match who's in your party and whatever, but I remember there's a lot of bugs in Fire Red, so starting off with Bulbasaur, not exactly great, just for random battle and trainer battle stuff, but it does make the first couple gyms easier. You can get an Abra fairly early and get a Kadabra out of that. You can get a Gyarados fairly early. Gyarados is pretty broken in that game, if I remember right. And I do like taking a Geodude. Geodude's nothing fancy, but it's pretty solid. Rock and ground type. You don't need anything fancy. So I've been playing it for a little bit. I'm just having a much better time. He struggled on Misty, and Misty is kind of hard. But yeah, he whited out once, and then that was it. You know, game's cheating. She shouldn't be allowed to do that. This is stupid. Why do I have to blah 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 blah? You know, typical Phil response to any sort of inconvenience. Help me, Creeper. You didn't help me, Creeper. That I don't know. There. Again, can I have just a little time to myself? Someone is texting me. thought I saw it was the monument company. It's not supposed to be texted me on a Sunday. You're supposed to be in church anyway. Be the same Mother's Day sermon that they've dusted off for the last 12 years. Jesus had a mom. And, well, he wasn't the best son. You know, always be like, you're not my real dad. My real dad's God, but so am I. So they took young Jesus to see many doctors. And people kept coming around, and it ended up like the life of Brian. I hear lava here. I want all of this because I think this is all we will need. Plus a little extra to finish this project. Maybe it wasn't lava. Maybe you heard a drowning zombie. We're gonna run out of pickaxe before we get all this, I'm sure. And I am mad about that. Just a statement. Maybe not. Might be close. See how far this drops. Another series thing we could potentially do. I did do that one Shantae game, and I know there's a few of those. Didn't love it, didn't hate it. Okay, maybe I lied. You know what we haven't found? We haven't done a whole lot of caving. Spelunking, you know. We haven't found a spawner yet for anything. That's kind of neat. Okay, let's get out of here. Where did I park the boat? Oh, there's lava. I'll be damned. Boat must be over here. There we go. There's a little bit right there. May as well get it. Maybe we were over here last time. This looks like something we started and didn't finish. We'll go till we run out of pickaxe. So much. Again, there's just so much. And I think we found the end of it. There's more. I ain't mad about it. I ain't. I'm just making a statement. We need to get home because those whatevers might start showing up. It's been a couple days. We haven't slept. And if I remember right, I was told they show up after 2 or 3 days of not sleeping. Top up my coffee anyway. I don't like how prolific the drowned are. Just seems to be an awful lot of them sometimes. That could almost be a thing. One of those formations that could or could not be wholly natural, you know? Oh, you know what we could do? With all that gravel, we could go back and find that floating shipwreck. So we could build a thing and actually get up to it. That's something we could do. Just have to find it again. I know it's over there somewhere. We didn't get really any dirt. We're going to find dirt around here. I don't know. I know this looks just incredibly like boxy, and that's not great, but I have plans. I have thoughts, I have dreams. Stick with me, folks. Good things will happen. Maybe. Things will happen. Will they be good or not? I don't know. We will find out, I guess. To get another bow out of all that. We'll take that. Can't hold that. Let's get organized here. Best we can. Okay, here's my thoughts. Don't need that. We'll take half of this and polish it. Okay, that's half. We'll do the same with that. That's pretty close. And we're going to go to sleep. While we sleep, I will check this message. See what the hell they want. Probably something. Can we come out tomorrow and do this? I don't know. Ask me tomorrow. If I don't do it now, I'll forget. Yes, that is exactly what it is. But I think we already did this. Pretty sure we already did that. I don't know. Oh, you know what? No. Excuse me. I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. Gotta put a picture in a headstone. We already put the headstone in. I'm sure that's what he's talking about. I'm sure. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. I made that top window too big. I just noticed. 2, 3, 4, 5. We decided there were 6 floors. Oh, hold on. Don't want that. Yep, no better place than here, I guess. All that we did. Look at all that. Still got all this to go. Well, we did a good job, is all I can tell you. We've got some over here to get rid of. Oops. That's wrong. Excuse me. Also wrong. Okay, let's stop there for now. Wish I could jump over that wall. Maybe we'll take it down anyway. Okay, we've got slabs, which is good. About even. About. Five, we need to go here. 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Now everybody's favorite part. Watching me reap around putting blocks in the floor. I know it's my favorite part. Not helpful. I don't know if I get to just do that. Pickaxe is almost too efficient. Gotta be careful when I use it. Where that other one went? Went somewhere. I really need to start keeping track of how much that uses. Well, I guess I don't have to. We're almost done. So it wouldn't really matter, would it? One more floor. And I think we got it. wasn't the ground yet. I thought it was the ground. I was wrong. He's away. All of those. We need some more torches. And we need some stairs. We might finish this today, ladies and gentlemen. Doubtful, but we might. Oops. That was a dumb idea when I started doing it, but I did it anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Starting here. How do you do that, game? Don't need that. Didn't ask for that. Didn't want that. Oops. That one. Okay. Those away. And fill in that hole. is wrong. Go for some music about now, game. I don't know why you're not very talkative today. If you're here for that, I apologize. I just got nothing, man. I don't know if that means things are going great or things are going poorly. Just got nothing. Okay. This is where the next and final floor goes. Back downstairs we go. There, fixed it. Problem solved. We don't have near enough slabs to do this. But that's okay. Came prepared. And that's not near enough, but it's a good start. And then next week, I think we'll finish this floor. Next week, what we'll do is we'll do the decorations. And what I mean by that is we'll do the, talked about putting some balconies on each floor. We'll work on that. Some work I want to do on the outside. kind of nautical to me, this theme in particular. Like, I'm on a boat, you know, nothing exciting going on. I'm just on a boat. Just couldn't grab it, could you? Just couldn't grab it. Just a little short. Actually, before we do that, so we're going to need some more stairs. I guess we got everything from down here. That works for me. Okay. I can work with that. We did it wrong. Yeah, put torches down here because it's not the top. Damn it. Damn. Well, you know what? I'm okay with that. We'll just leave it. we can just leave that. Our efficiency pickaxe is almost broken. Let's get all these riffraff out of here. Get out of here. Riffraff. Okay, let's think about this for a second. We need windows up there. We need another set of stairs. Or, since this is the top floor, we don't have enough pickaxe to do this right now anyway. Since this is the top floor, what if instead of windows, what if instead of stairs we just had a ladder? I feel like that would serve us better. As in like a, you know, you can get up here, but you probably really shouldn't because it's not, you know, this is the roof. Kind of a thing, you know. I'm going to use the last of this shovel. And that is where we will call our episode for the day, folks. I will say, while we're talking here, at the end of the episode, I thank everybody, excuse me, who has subscribed to YouTube and Twitch and Kick and all of that. I do appreciate y'all. Hope you enjoy the videos. I know this one not the most exciting ever, but that's kind of how it goes sometimes. We will be back tomorrow, streaming again. More Ghost of a Tale. I think we're to the point where we're going to start making some better progress in that game, hopefully. We wandered around for a long time, but we did finish a couple quests last Monday, so I think we're doing fine. If you are a Patreoner at the buyer of the coffee level, remember to start thinking about a game you'd like to see streamed next. Get me your suggestion. We'll put it in a poll and see what everybody says at the end of the situation. Is the call to actions. You can tell I'm very enthusiastic about it. It's our armor situation. Not bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again. Appreciate everybody who watches and likes and subscribes and leaves comments on the videos. I do appreciate those quite a bit. I like reading them. I like, you know, every once in a while someone will say, hey, I played this game back in 1925. It was pretty good. You know, having those conversations, I think is fun. So, yeah. Pardon me. Excuse me. Jeez Louise. I don't do the call to action thing enough because it's kind of annoying. If you like it, you're going to like it. You don't need me to remind you. If you're going to subscribe, you're going to subscribe. You don't need me to remind you. I think it's silly. But what they say, excuse me, they got to do, you know, for the algorithm. The algorithm gods. I was hoping he was going to drop something. I was hoping it was going to be more interesting than a hat. That's okay. That's just fine. Yeah, so I think we'll get out of here. And I'll see you guys next time. I tell you all the stuff, but I already told you all the stuff, so I'm not going to tell you again. I don't think I need to. I think you got it. New episodes of Harmony of Dissonance out today if you want to watch those. All the old stuff over at the website, of course, and on the YouTube. Discord, Blue Sky, all of that. Links at the bottom of your screen right there. Music. Man, so much stuff. So much stuff. Thanks, everybody. Man, I could go back to bed. Excuse me. We'll see you later.